You want to summon tons of undead and fiendish, ghoulish creatures to fight at your beck and call? This is my undead commander build. I love this build. It is tons of fun. You are just going to swarm the entire battlefield, and you're going to give your minions buffs and even negate damage. But it all starts with one class. Let's get going. The first thing you need to do is you need to go Paladin and you need to get Oathbreaker. Please be warned, when you take Oathbreaker, you cannot respec your class because you're gonna have to go back in, pay to do the oath, and just rinse and repeat. It's a very long process and that's very irritating. So we gotta do this all the right way from the beginning to the end. For your ability score, strength needs to be your highest, then charisma, and then go into constitution. Everything else is a wash. We don't care about that. For your feats, you want to take heavy armor master. And the reason we want this is because one, it gives us a +1 to our strength and it negates 3 damage from non-magical attacks, which is really good. And when you're the commander in your little undead army, you're going to be in the front. So you want to take off 30, 40 damage depending on how many enemies there are and if they hit you, but they're probably not going to hit you because the other feat we're going to take is dual wield. This allows you to have 2 weapons in your hand. We have extra attacks, so that's 1, 2 attack, both with smite, and then you have an offhand that you to hit with, and it also increases your AC. This is fantastic for what you want to do. Me personally, I go dual wield first, then my next feat that I will take later on is heavy armor master. In your party, you want all of your NPCs to be able to summon undead along with yourself, and it doesn't matter as long as they are fiends or undead, they will get your buff. The buff comes from the aura of hate. You get this aura at level 7. I recommend, because the aura is not that big, you do skeletons and you just bombard everyone with a volley of arrows. The other thing that is going to make this build extremely powerful is one specific item. That is the Circlet of Bones, which gives undead ward for all the undead, and that will give them resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, as well as letting you animate again for free. The difficulty here that you're going to have is you need to stop hoarding items, because now you need to hoard bodies. You need to raise those dead before you go into combat. I mean, you can summon them while you're in, but that's just a waste of time in your turn. You want to have the preemptive strike because you are the army of darkness. You are that general who is going to smother everything in front of you. If you are playing the most optimal way, you're probably going to have about 8 minions at your disposal. Now, that's not saying all the extra stuff you can get too. Gale can get this cool shadow creature if you know about that in Act 2. You can find the book that lets you summon 4 fiends at one time, which also stacks on top of the other 2 undead you can summon. There are so many minions you can get here to just conquer the battlefield. And don't forget, you can also control undead, but that will fall off at the very end of the game, as you're not really fighting anything undead, but you will still have a whole army of stuff to throw at all the other stuff on the board. Please like and sub if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to learn play D&D, or you're a DM looking for new maps and interesting tokens and stuff to really amplify your D&D game on the virtual tabletop, check out Patreon as well. And I'll see you guys next time.